So schools have reopened, and as usual, the public universities have opened their doors for the freshmen and women to come for their academic activities. Here at the University of Cape Coast, the situation is not so different from the other universities across the country. So I'm here with the Director of Public Affairs of the university to share with us some of the measures that have been put in place. We are in some unusual times, not the usual times though. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir, and thanks for passing through.
So tell us, when school reopened, what do you put in place and all of that? Now we've seen the student.
Okay, thank you. As we circulated long before this time, the reopening date was 9th of January. The fresh students reported, and is like a range. So from the Saturday, the 9th, they've been coming in, even as we speak. Some may be arriving now, depending on certain situations, whether the fees is ready and all that. But I can vouch that about 90% of the students we are expecting have already checked in. They've been accommodated. And this morning, per the schedule of the program, we have started our orientation, which is very critical for UCC. Anytime we get new students, we try to orientate them to know not only the physical or geographical layout of the university, but the do's and don'ts, and most importantly, the sort of attitudes that if you adopt will facilitate your success as a student. So this will go on from today up to Wednesday, and then we'll be done with the orientation. So as we speak, we finish with the morning phase of the orientation. Students will now go and have some lunch, and then they will come back for the afternoon section.
Tell us what's been happening at the various halls of residence. Especially the accommodation has been one of the most topical for these fresh people that came. Let's look at how they are being accommodated, the COVID-19 protocols.
The COVID-19 protocols or measures, if you like, have become sort of universal now. So what we are doing at UCC is not different from what is happening everywhere else. The emphasis is on the wearing of mask, hand washing, and sanitizing and all that. So what we have done is that we started off with a complete disinfection of the university campus. We brought in Zoom Lion through government's arrangement, and they've come in partnership with the university's own people. They have disinfected and fumigated the whole university. We have already placed our hand washing equipment at vantage points. So before you enter a hall of residence, you have to go through the procedure of hand washing and sanitizing. It is the same with the offices, and also the same with the halls of residence. One thing we should note is that for UCC, this is not the first time we are doing this. When the COVID was at its peak and students were sent home, we opted to bring them back to come and write their final exams. And when they came back, they went through this regime. So for us, it is not new to us at all.
Let's look at, there is some spike in the COVID-19 case. If you want to adhere to the protocols and the social distancing.
To be honest with you, I don't have the figures of how many are in a room, but I think that whatever it is, we have factored in the issue of the COVID-19. And to make this even more simple for us, what we did as a university was that we arranged with the Indian School of Business and Technology, which is situated about 10-15 kilometers off the Takrady Highway. So the facility has been given to us, and we've moved almost 1,000 of our fresh students there. It's already a school with excellent facilities. So that is where they will be administered from. They will have their lectures, they will have their sleeping accommodation there. There's a clinic, an auditorium, good lecture theaters, water, light, everything. So having taken that bunch off our heads here, it means that it has created more rooms for us to accommodate more people here. So that 800 to 1,000 students now are at the UCC satellite campus at the Indian School of Business and Technology.
Let me see when the continuing students are expected to arrive and what has been put in place for these as well. And now it seems you're almost through with the challenges you went through with settling the first years and all of that. Now let's look at the continuing students.
The priority has really been with the first year students because UCC, already has a policy of this in, out thing. So the first year students, even before they left, the continuing students, even before they left, most of them had done their accommodation arrangement. So when they come back, we expect that most of them will be in the private residential facilities all around the universities. The accommodation on campus, the first priority is for freshers. So the others also will make use if they are left over, and then there are a lot of good facility. Of the SNATE hostel, for instance, and a lot of others around, so they will make use of those hostels. And I know that by now they would have done that long before this time.
Are you looking at some virtual learning as well? Because elsewhere, even the orientation, they are doing them virtually via Zoom, and the students in their respective rooms listening to the orientation and other lectures as well.
For the orientation, we are doing it physical, but what we did was that we have decentralized it, so it is being done at college levels. So if we have 5 colleges, it means that every college is having their separate orientation at a separate venue. So with that, it has cut down the number of people that will have to sit and interact at any given time. So that problem has been solved.
Some of the universities, for instance, like the University of Ghana, they settled for a double track system. I don't know why this one did not come to mind. Is it because you had earlier experimented doing when they came to write the exams and all of that, and you felt that it was safe for all of them to come back to campus?
Yes, we also have other plans that we've put in place. What we are actually looking at is, I don't know, I will call it a hybrid system, so that at any point in time we have one stream doing the physical. They will be in the classroom, and another stream will be administered virtually. They will do the e-learning. Then after 1 week, I think there will be a swap, and then those who did the initial, they say will now also come to the classroom, and the other group will also be serviced through the virtual means. So it means that at any point in time, we don't have the classrooms overstretched, because it is not everybody who will be. We are looking at the final years and then the level 100 who will be involved in the physical classroom kind of teaching, and then the others, 200, 300, they will do more of the e-learning.
So I reckon that this one will put a bit of strain on the lecturers, because now they would have to be torn between the physical, the impersonal one, and then the virtual one as well.
Of course, but we are in a crisis situation, and everybody is supposed to give more so that we surmount the situation. So the lecturers are up to the task. They haven't complained and they are ready to comply with the directive so that together we will be able to surmount the challenges.
So what will be finally, what will be your assessment of the reopening? We are in about day 4. They came on Saturday, so day 3 of it. What will be your overall assessment of how well the university has handled the pressure it came with, the challenges it came?
We are not new to this. This is something, is like a routine to us. This is something that we do every year. So it's nothing new. The only exception is that because of the COVID, there's a lot of apprehension in the system and everybody is looking for the extra something. But I can say that the university has handled it so well. That is not to say that there haven't been hitches here and there, but the important thing is that all those things, as we go along, either they have been resolved or they will be resolved. So I think that as a management, we have handled it very well.
Thank you very much. So this is the Director of Public Affairs of the University of Cape Coast taking us through the measures they have put in place, what is expected of them, the hybrid system they have put in place to ensure that academic work goes on successfully and smoothly on campus when all streams of the university would be on campus.